Hello, let's play Magic Online.
Yeah, it's been a little while. Last time we did a gate crash draft, but this time things are a little bit different. The
Yeah,
first thing is that we're drafting Swiss today.
to make sure that we can play all of our rounds. But
Yeah.
I guess that the focus really isn't the draft this time.
No, we're doing something interesting, and you won't get to see it in this video yet, though we might talk about it a little. But we're trying out a sort of pre-alpha version of some new software tools that we've been working on at the Academy. And we're pretty sure nothing like this exists anywhere. And so we'll say a few words about that. Maybe we should talk about our pick
Yeah,
here first.
we'll talk about it some more during deck building, but I think that it's going to be a valuable resource for Magic Online play.
Yeah,
Anyway, so this pack, we have a decent amount of 2 drops. So I guess that the more powerful cards are probably like the removal spells, maybe the Orzhov guy that blocks and kills a dude.
I like the Orzhov guy, but I just want to, I don't know, I'm kind of in the mood to have fun and take goofy rare cards that I don't get to play with in limited.
That's fine. There's a couple Orzhov cards still in the pack. I don't know if you watched Simon's or Simon's. I should never say something in its native pronunciation. Simon Gertson's draft where he just takes the best card for a pack and
Are you
then
talking to me or are you
yeah,
talking to our viewers?
to you.
Okay,
Did
yes,
you
I've
watch
seen
that
it.
draft? I actually think that that's like a really interesting. Yeah, I agree with the Syndic of Ties. A really interesting way to go about this. So like the most powerful card in that first pack. I don't know if this is super powerful, but
That's
it's
just like a guy with Death Touch.
yeah, like super death touch. But the like this pack would probably be the Guild Mage or the Krasis over the Syndic, but I I'm a conservative old man, so I like to take monocolored cards. Like I probably would have taken the Devout or Devour Flesh.
Yeah,
Devout,
I would say that that would have been the safer card to take, and I think it might even be more powerful than High Priest of Penance.
maybe. It definitely has synergy with some other commons in the set, but we'll take a Syndic of Tithes here. I wish that maybe we should have played Sealed instead of playing Draft.
I mean that's a possibility. That
Oh,
maybe that was the way to do it. I
we're
mean,
we're
okay,
here,
so we'll
so
take the Syndic here. I'll say something again. You're really watching this probably to see this new tool that we're
yeah.
offering.
If you're
Again, it's
watching this
pre-alpha.
draft,
Go go ahead.
if they're watching the draft, they know about the tool because it's in the article link or the content piece link.
Yeah. Um, So yeah, I mean you can link to it here, but what watch the second video. We'll post a video after this. We'll have to make a video after the draft probably.
Yeah, to
Um,
explain the tool more.
yeah, it'll
Or
just be a couple minute video, so make sure you watch that before you check it out, just to see what it's all about.
we might be
Um,
able to do it during deck building. We'll see. I'm just going to take a conservative pick here. I mean, we could take the strongest card is the ground assault.
yeah, no, I think so too. Do you want to try and play white, black, or green, red?
No, I mean this would be we'd take ground assault and then a couple picks from now we would know what colors we're actually playing. But
Oh, I see. Yeah,
I'm a pansy. I just want to take white and black cards and hope that we're not going to get cut off.
yeah, that's fine. I have
Okay,
no problem with that.
so this pack has a Gruul Charm,
It's got a
which
removal spell in
and
this piece of crap.
so this is one of the reasons that the Devour Flesh is probably better than this because it gets a guy into their graveyard.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we take the Death approach. There are tons of white 5 drops. Uh,
I'm not worried about getting dudes.
I mean, our the software that we're going to be showcasing should make up for any weaknesses in our deck. So I'm okay with passing like a stronger red green deck.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should be able to sort of juke around it a little bit with our software. We shouldn't have to
Yeah,
worry about Gruul Charm too much.
I agree. So
Yeah, I
we'll
mean, hopefully our opponents just don't ever hit the 2 lands necessary to cast it. But we'll see.
okay. So this pick is kind of interesting, but not as interesting as the demo that we're gonna do shortly.
Oh, on the mothership, Marshall just wrote pretty extensively about Assault Griffin and how he changed his opinion of it.
And it went up or down.
It went down a bit. I mean, he still says it's okay to have them in your deck, but oftentimes just because they fall so high in the curve, it's not going to be as relevant for the deck you're going to want to be running them in.
I kind of
Um,
want to take the Syndicate Enforcer. I was kind of embarrassed by this guy initially, but I
because of the art.
no, it looks like he almost has a Teysa Orzhov sigil showing his undershirt.
I saw like a million guys and girls cosplaying as him at PAX East, but I actually think it was the guy from the Assassin's Creed games. Though I think
No,
there are probably like four of those guys, they just dress alike.
the Assassin's Creed game guy gets confused with Jace. So if you think that you see Jace Beleren, and then you're actually seeing, or maybe they updated the Assassin's Creed guy because he had like a blue robe with glyphs on it for a while. Anyway,
I I don't know. Basilica guards?
that or the Confessor.
Oh my god, that guy has so much text on him. I don't draft very much, in case you guys didn't know.
AJ doesn't even know what any of these cards do, even though he managed the spoiler when the set came out. So this guy just allows you to take a card from their hand and leaves behind an extort body, but it's a ton of mana. I think we can probably get more Basilica guards though.
I mean, I don't think that that 5-drop is awesome, but
Okay, you convince me.
take the Basilica guards. We should
Okay.
probably be taking green cards at this point. I saw a pit fight. Splash that Frenzied Tilling.
Get,
Let's take another removal spell, I guess.
we could take the Frenzied Tilling in our green, red, black, white deck to splash the non-green red cards.
Yeah. 4-color non-blue. What is that? Is that, your Tiller Nephilim?
I
Um,
I was gonna look it up, but I don't feel like it. So yeah, Death Approach. This should either be a Smite or an Urbis Protector.
just take the Smite. We're going to be blocking with a lot of guys.
I love this card. I drafted a Boros control deck with 19 mana sources and two of these once. It was really fun. Surprisingly, I made it to the next round, or the next draft. Man, look at this sweet phallic worm we could be adding to our deck.
Yeah. From now on, I wish there were some sort of macro you could program into Mtgo. I'll have to talk to my friend about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. But what if we could go through the back end and program? God, that sounded so perverse. Program a macro so that every time you type the word or you see the word worm on a card, it actually just comes out phallus. That was stupid.
Yeah, that was pretty stupid.
But anyway, I actually have a friend who has a connection at Wizards. He's from the Seattle area, and I got to meet him
Well,
up again over PAX East. He's
yeah.
actually one of my college roommates.
Okay, good. You're filling in all the details for the story. I'll just shut up and let you do it.
No, it's all right. But he actually provided some information necessary to make the shuffler tool happen. So I would give
Hey,
him a
you're
Magic Online shout out, but he actually doesn't have a Magic Online account. Uh,
surprisingly, I don't even know if he can really play Magic. I know that he's gone to Magic pre-releases before.
yeah. But yeah, he hooked us up with something to make this program work out. I like it's gonna make testing so much better online. Um, like you can't proxy cards online. There's some other things you can't do online. Overall, online is just tons better, but it'll fill in for some lacks in certain ways.
Yeah, like you can remove some randomness from games.
Yeah, definitely.
Huh, this pack is pretty bad for us. I guess it doesn't matter in the
Take
grand
that
scheme of
Flame
things.
Tongue Kavu in the bottom right.
Well,
Oh wait, that guy costs 6 and we can't cast him.
look at this. Look what I picked up when you weren't paying attention.
Sweet. 6-drop. Take Smite.
I probably should take Smite.
Enchant creature you control. That's already bad.
For a second, I
But
thought
what
we
the
already.
hell? That card sucks balls.
Uh, at least there's a foil land in our pack. Like this is one of the most insulting type of opens you can get. Like
Uh,
imagine if you're playing sealed and this was your pack. Yeah, we'll just take the smite or be
it looks like
conservative.
that guy is urinating. The guy on
But
the left. Well, never mind. I misunderstood the picture.
Looks like steaming urine is coming out of those boots. Ooh. Oh, I guess there's a removal spell.
Yeah, that gives us something to take. Cool.
And
Sure you don't
maybe
want to take Thespian Stage? That's going to be worth a lot after the new spoiler for Dragon's Maze.
I
That,
don't think so. Because it kills the dragon's maze.
yeah, it's like Caracas. Or it's more like Wasteland.
Like Shizo.
It's exactly like Shizo. Oh, cool. Another removal spell.
Yeah. It sucks. Both of these are better with the death's approach, but I've learned that the 1000 lashes is the card to take. I guess I'll hide this. Yeah, so this is maybe we shouldn't even be recording a draft right now because the draft really isn't important at all.
Yeah,
But
just go to the next video if you're bored watching Gate Crash drafts, or watch Marshall's draft or Simon's draft, or actually Loading Ready Run's draft from last week is one of the more competitive drafts they've played, and I anybody who's watched that one has had a blast with it. I would really recommend it actually. Um, but we are in a chain of 4 in a row Gate Crash drafts, and ours is by far going to be the least exciting.
yeah, this isn't focus on a draft. So I'll do a little teaser here.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you just flash it on the screen? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Another Grizzly Spectacle. So this is like a really mediocre Orzhov deck. The sort of thing that if you're looking to win the draft and secure a QP, you might need a little bit of demonic insight.
Yeah, or maybe a consultation with the demonic, or
Badoosh.
or you might need to be tutored by a demon, or maybe I don't know. Never mind. What the hell? This pack sucks.
Maybe Orzhov wasn't the thing to be in.
I heard that that's always the case. Can
But
we
they have
take
the
the
best
Ember Beast? That guy
costumes.
seems like something worth splashing.
Don't.
That was a joke, by the way.
I was gonna say, don't troll the viewers.
Actually, take Chorus Confession. That might be interesting with a tool.
Good point.
Yeah, just in case. I wish I'd been thinking about that earlier in drafting our deck.
uh, this card in the tool is very interesting.
Oh my God. I hadn't even well, that may never even happen in these games, but it would be pretty funny.
Uh,
Oh man.
yeah,
Uh yeah,
because since
Orzhov in a Swiss. Where are all our 2 drops?
we haven't
In,
taken any.
in case you haven't seen Loading Ready Run's draft for this last week, they did mono 2 drops, essentially.
I think they ended up with a 4-color deck too, which is pretty
Yeah, and I think they
impressive.
just won, right?
I'm not sure on that. I haven't
It's now
watched.
been a while since I've watched it. I mean, I get things a tad on the early side because I'm managing the content. And then I watched a bunch of Gate Crash drafts right next to each other.
What is that guy holding? Pizza rolls?
Yeah, he's holding pizza rolls. He's like,
Pizza rolls.
pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls.
Take the rare.
This deck is so bad. Good thing we have some extra help. So, yeah, the idea behind this program actually was through AJ and his Classic League testing. I don't know if you're familiar with Classic decks, but a lot of them barely play any land. So you have so many games where I guess I don't I guess I'll take an aerial maneuver. The the testing process is invalid because your opponent just doesn't draw enough lands. So you don't learn anything. You're like, well, whatever, let's try again.
Yeah, and
And
so Chris and I basically we needed a way to test against
these low
decks in
land
the
decks
format. Yeah,
with decent draws without spending tons of time.
yeah, and that's really whence the tool was born,
But
as it were.
it definitely has fringe applications that we're not quite sure if they violate the terms of service or the code of conduct, but we'll let you be the judge of that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go over it pretty briefly at some point. But
Maybe AJ, maybe since you had a chance to talk with Big P about the
yeah,
project,
yeah,
you can just do that intro by yourself. Maybe it'd be better, like, yeah, to have a second video after this.
yeah. I think that's what I'll do. So there'll just be another instructional video, just be a couple minutes. Make sure you watch that. And then we'll show it off in some of the matches. Definitely.
Oh man.
This draft.
Okay, so this is actually our last pack. I guess I should start taking cards to fill out our deck. Hmm.
I lost my team viewer window on accident.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back now. There we go.
So this is a solid 75 cents.
Why aren't we taking it?
We're fools.
I told you to take it.
Oh man, should I take this for the graveyard synergy this deck is gonna have?
Yeah,
No, I'll take.
it, exponential growth.
We want to be able to end the games as quickly as possible because decks only have 17 lands in them usually.
That's really funny that you said that. I feel like we could play only 5 drops and probably win a lot of these games if we so chose. And maybe we will.
Oh, this is weird. So normally my bad decision making gravitates towards uncommons, but I guess I just take another one of these or this.
Yep. I would rather take the Syndic than the Executioner swing here.
So we can end the
Oh
game
man,
before
another
things get
bat.
so we can end the game before things get too suspicious.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing I'm not quite sure about this. It could be that we're just going to usher in an era of reporting where people are going to be reporting, wow, another bat.
You do you mean anytime someone thinks that the shuffler is screwing them over?
They'll report their opponent for cheating, which
Yeah,
is
which
not the
isn't.
intention.
Yeah. I hope that that doesn't happen.
I
I mean,
don't think
I think by and large, I think that Magic players are good people who know how to set limits on their behavior. Especially when there's, any just a few prizes on the line, if it's not much.
yeah. Maybe we could put some sort of restriction on the type of play that the tool will adjust to. That's
Yeah.
something to think about. We're still brainstorming improvements. Like this isn't
Neither
a
of us is a programmer too. So, I mean, it involves some work with our team.
yeah.
Yeah.
We mostly just come up with ideas and then hope that a computer can be made to replicate the process that we decide.
Yeah, basically. Uh, Oop.
Look at all these Slate Street ruffians. This
I
guy
hate
actually
the
looks like
word
an
ruffian.
ogre. Like if you, I wish I could blow up his face more. If you look at his face, it looks like an ogreish face.
Oh, I meant to try and blow up the card, then I accidentally closed the team viewer window, minimized it, but I'm back.
Good, good. Okay, so we have a playable deck.
Yeah,
Success.
that's all we really need. It's pre-built.
Yeah.
And we got a sweet High Priest of Penance.
Why are we even drafting AJ? We could have just done test matches.
No, I
I'm,
know.
or
But, I mean, it sort of, you have to show off the tool and all of its grandeur in at least a semi-competitive and uncontrolled environment.
I guess that makes sense. And you kept it off camera during your last Classic League match, which I don't know why. You could have just done this by yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could have done that, but I feel like it's more fun as a group, and also, I don't know. I mean, the classic matches, it's a casual group, and I'm sure that they, despite having a competitive seed in their play, I don't know. I wouldn't want to offend them by using the tool publicly in those matches. I don't know. Well, I mean, we're teasing it so much. I bet people have already just stopped watching this draft and gone to the next video, but that's okay.
If hope, let's just hope that that's what's happened.
I hope it hasn't. I want people to watch this sweet, sweet Orzhov. That whenever I say the word Orzhov, it reminds me of orzo. You know that stuff that's like kind of like rice. I'm looking it up right now. Is it rice? No, it's a pasta, right?
If
It
you
just
had
looks
watched
like rice.
the Pro Tour Gate Crash coverage, you would know that it's actually pronounced Orjov.
Are you serious?
Yes. Do you think I'm
I,
trolling you right now?
yeah, I do. I think
Orjov. Or Orjov? Orjov? Maybe it's Orjov.
that cannot be right.
It, it it's correct. I'm sorry.
Orzhov?
Orjov. Like you've got like an itch in your mouth when you're trying to say the Z.
Z- like
Jav.
a labial lift or labial fricative. I'm not in.
What language is that from? That sound like a J sound from a ZH. What is the language?
It's not Chinese because Zhuangzi, I'm pretty sure is a ZH, but I don't think it's pronounced zh. Like Slavoj Žižek is pronounced, but that's a Z with a little upside down hat over it.
Do any of these cards have Orjov? No, Vizkopa.
Do you like how much I'm contributing to this draft?
Oh, there's one. Nope, it doesn't have a symbol over the Z.
Wait, did you think that there was a symbol? That's what. No.
I'm trying to fill space, man.
I'm
You have.
sorry. I just can't care about my own limited drafts. My own limited drafts. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I had a glass of wine earlier.
Oh my god. So that explains a lot.
It was a while ago though.
I had no idea that this had occurred.
That's okay. Um, I'm gonna get back on track here in a minute. Don't worry.
It's wearing off. Sometimes if AJ smells a drink that has like 2.5% ABV, he starts making bad decisions.
Yeah, I mean that'll happen sometimes, but let's let bygones be bygones, Chris. Just because on my 21st birthday, I went with you and some friends to a Magic tournament in Kentucky, and the first place that I legally had a drink was in our hotel at the same time Lebowski Fest was happening.
Oh, why wasn't this a story to open this draft?
I wish it had been. I wish I'd been thinking about that. Um, uh, and I think I only had two Smirnoff ices.
And then you just laid in bed with stomach aches while
I
Chris.
did I did not know at the time that I was lactose intolerant, and we had a large meal filled with cheese at a an Outback Steakhouse
No, no,
earlier.
that doesn't make any sense. What sort of dishes at Outback have cheese in them?
Cheeseburgers.
Oh, wow.
Um, and I bet the bloomin' onion we got had ranch dressing that
That's
came with it.
no, it's like a Southwest dressing, but it definitely looks like it is similar to ranch.
You got to keep away from things called milk solids. They're in a lot of different foods.
Maybe we should just have an article about the dangers of imbibing lactose instead of this tool. Maybe we should put this tool back in the closet.
Uh, there is no closet whither this tool can go. I've been trying to use Wentz and Wither lately.
And with
They
that,
don't
I
they don't
think that we have a deck, and we'll see you in round one.
bye.